This is how traumatized I am with bees. When I get my hair cut, you know that buzzing sound?
Jesus Christ.
No way.
I'm not making this shit up, dude.
No.
I'm not making this up. How much would somebody have to pay you?
Me wearing a suit.
Yeah, like, you know those bee keeper suits?
I'll do that for free.
No way.
I'll do it for $1.
If I'm wearing a suit, what are they going to do to me?
They can still sting you.
You're wearing the suit.
Dude, what if they get inside and like...
They're not going to get inside.
Dude, they're gonna get inside. Haven't you watched this movie? They get inside everywhere, dude. They're everywhere.
Phobia right there.
I can never start.
No, say,
You need to figure out a catchphrase.
We need to figure out a catchphrase.
hey guys.
Hola, amigos.
Okay, that sounded way too natural.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Aquí estamos tus amigos de iiWii.
I want to know what TikToks you watch. Where are you getting this from?
No.
You rehearsed?
I don't do TikTok.
I can't do it either. I can't. Like, someone will send me a TikTok or I'll see something on Instagram. Like, okay, cool. But it's like, am I going to get a TikTok account? Nah.
And then it's like, if you want to rewatch it again, you have to sign in or something like that. I'm not doing that shit.
That's where you draw the line. That's what you draw. Okay, see.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll watch this again when it gets to Instagram.
Because it used to be
a month later.
I feel like before everything, all the funny stuff, you would see like 4chan and then kind of going into like Vines, right?
Yep.
That was happening for a while.
There's funny stuff in 4chan?
Well,
I mean, fucked up shit. Depending if you think that's funny.
I think the thing, 4chan was kind of like where you would go and be like, wait, what? And then like people would draw funny things from some of that stuff.
I was so bad for Vine. They were just ahead of the time.
Yeah.
Who?
Vine.
Oh, Vine.
It's basically TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Minus the dance moves.
How did that happen?
They were ahead. They were
It's just way too
ahead of their time. Yeah.
I mean, it happens to a lot of like even shows and movies that they're ahead of their time. No one really gets it. Which one is it? Arrested Development got canceled. America just didn't get it at the time.
Yeah.
And then later it's like, bring it back. And then it came back. It's like, oh, yeah, we missed that train.
It was gone for a reason. And then stuff like cult followings, like Fight Club.
Freaks and Geeks, I remember that one.
Geeks.
Wait, Freaks and Geeks?
Yeah. Seth Rogen, James Franco. There's a shit ton of people there that are like super famous now. And they're like super young.
Yeah, I always hear about that one. I'm like, oh, maybe I should go back and
That
check
was,
it out.
I remember my, funny story right there. My first week of college, and you're getting to know people. And remember, I left for college. And I remember a bunch of people talking about that show. But for us, Latinos, where we come from, no one was watching these white shows.
Yeah. It's like, actually, well, I don't know if it's a Latino thing, but I never knew of SNL. Like, people would always be saying, like, oh, he came from SNL, she came from SNL. And I'd be like, what the hell is SNL?
No, my brother was into it, so I knew about it. I didn't watch it that often, though.
Yeah.
And usually when they had reruns, it wasn't like their newer stuff. It was usually like the 80s stuff. And it was like,
classics.
Yeah, and I was like, those are actually good. And then I started watching the newer stuff at that time. I was like,
yeah.
Did your parents ever let you guys like watch like everything? Because like all those night shows are usually the ones that, like had like South Park. Someone like more like.
My mom was really against the Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
Yeah.
It's always a thing. Yeah, my mom was against the Simpsons, but she didn't realize that. I was thinking the exact same thing right now. I was just like, dude, my OCD's kicking in, and I really want to touch that wire.
So
I didn't want the wire to like go all the way down.
For those listening in, there was a cable that was really driving. You know what really grinds my gears?
Or grinds.
We were just looking, and I'm just like even when I'd look at you, I'd be like, oh, God damn it,
I think it's gonna come off.
I want to like take that off right there.
So what if I wrap it around my head? Will it really bother you too?
No, we would just choke you at that point.
You're fine with
that's
that.
just fashion sense. Over here in front, it's just like, dude, you look stupid.
Cisco trying to make that a trend, right? Just like the scarf going on. Yeah. No, my parents, I remember, I think she was pretty okay with me watching some of that stuff, but South Park was the one that I would try to like sneak watch because there's so much cussing and they wouldn't censor it. So I feel like my parents could like hear it like outside the room,
Yeah.
The Spanish is a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
I watched it in English.
Like
My mom didn't know English, so I got away with that one.
Okay.
Simpsons, though, even if she didn't understand it, she knew what Simpsons were.
Yeah.
So that one I couldn't watch. Looking back, I'm like, Mom, that was fucking stupid. You let me watch the bad one.
Yeah, I feel like the media really attacked Simpsons when it came out.
Well, for me, it wasn't the media. It was church.
Oh.
Yep.
So what happened, and this I remember so vividly, because actually my mom used to watch The Simpsons,
Yeah?
and with us too.
In Spanish?
Right.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of silly humor for the most part, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things are edgy for that time, but that said, we went to church on a Sunday, and I think the priest was saying how in the news it came out about The Simpsons and how everything that it's taught on The Simpsons is like blah 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 blah. And the way the priest described it is, if you guys see your kids watching this like yellow looking like aliens or whatever, make sure you don't watch them. They're from satanic.
Es el diablo.
Yeah.
All you're reminding me right now, and they even showed it in Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yeah.
With the whole Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, no, it's satanic.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever. And it's like, of that time, yeah, that was Simpsons. People thought,
Hellfire Club, what up?
I love how they leaned into it. We're just going to call ourselves the Hellfire Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was Pokemon. in the
Oh, yeah,
90s.
Pokemon got evil somehow.
Yeah, that was from the Diablo 2.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
my church never went after that one.
Really? Hmm.
I'm with you.
Yeah, Your mom was like,
Yeah.
no.
Well, my mom, like I said, we heard it on church. My mom was like, like I watched it with my grandma though.
Ooh.
She was the one that was like, no, you shouldn't be watching that stuff. So,
Yeah.
so imagine me as a kid, right? Like, well, if I can't watch The Simpsons, imagine what they would do if they catch me watching South Park.
Crazy.
And this one's even better. Gosh, the South Park movie. So I don't know how I was able to get my hands on the VHS for the South Park movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think a family member actually recorded over an old tape, and actually got like the South Park movie in there.
Recorded over the wedding.
I don't know what kind of video it was, but I remember because it always started with like a family clip kind of movie, and then it cut into like South Park. So that's how I got around to watching it. And it never had a sleeve, right, a pocket where I guess like a little box for the VHS.
Right.
For the people that don't know what VHS.
VHS is. Let me bring a picture.
Yeah.
Do we have listeners that young?
I don't know.
I don't
find out.
I don't think they'd like
Tell
us
us in the comments.
I don't even think we have listeners at this point.
Yeah.
Actually, check what year the South Park movie come out. I'm curious. I saw it in theaters.
Well, you have to remember in
Did you have to
Mexico,
sneak
everything came out a little bit later too.
Did you have to sneak in to watch it?
No. I think my mom let me and my brother go watch it.
Oh, okay.
She didn't go with us.
Yeah, it's good you had an older brother.
Yeah,
Take
19.
you to watch it.
Yeah, he would have been like 16, and so they wouldn't have given a shit.
Yeah. 1999.
So yeah, I saw it like when I was 9.
Are there any movies like this that maybe traumatized you as a kid?
Well, I had an uncle that let me watch very fucked up shit as a kid. So, like I saw Predator like right away as a kid, Alien, all of that, all the crazy 80s movies.
All the 80s gory. Back then, they were pretty gory.
There was one movie that weirdly traumatized me. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I don't know why this motherfucking movie traumatized me as a kid, but it traumatized me as a kid. And they're making a video game of it right now.
Nice. Was it the stuff about outer space? You were scared of
Already,
being lost in space?
I already thought clowns were weird, but then putting ones that are like killer clowns. Now I looked at every clown. I'm like, yeah, why would the fuck would anyone ever want to dress like a clown?
So what is it about the clown though?
Alien clowns?
Yeah.
Wait, was this? Oh no! I'm thinking of it.
So,
no, it never scared me for some weird reason.
Yeah.
I know. When I would watch people, I think watching that one, I always thought it was it.
Yeah, it's the one, the clown with Pennywise.
Yeah, Pennywise. Yeah.
I think it was easier because I already knew who the actor was, so I was able to distinguish the clown part versus who I knew the actor was.
Really?
Yep.
But I feel like it's still more gory, more,
You have not seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I guess I have not.
Yeah. Watch that one.
So what they would do is like they had some of these weapons, like they would eat the people. That's what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
So they would turn people into cotton candy and then eat them.
Oh, okay.
It was fucked up. So that messed me up as a kid. The pies were acid. So like if hit you with the pie, it'd melt your face off and shit like that.
So let's say after you watch this kind of movies, were you ever able to like be around a clown or go to like a circus kind of thing?
I can be around them. I have no problem with that.
How are you when you walk into a McDonald's? You just don't look at it. You don't make eye contact with Ronald.
Isn't that one of the most creepiest kind of
The mascot?
yeah.
What I remember, was it John Oliver or someone recently said that McDonald's ripped it off someone else. I think they might have ripped it off Disney.
Disney.
Well, whoever I don't think that was the most. I don't know. I don't
mean,
know how famous. Like clowns in themselves are creepy, dude. Like even if you didn't watch any of the.
So that was the thing. I already thought clowns were creepy before the movie.
Yeah.
And then I saw the movie and I was just like, oh, fuck this shit. No, fuck them. I do not want to be near a fucking clown.
Yeah, it's the nose. Just say it's the nose.
That's probably it too.
Did you ever have nightmares?
About clown? Yeah.
Yeah. What was it like? The squeaky kind of like they're walking, or they kind of like sneak up on you?
That, and then you know how like they do balloons and all this weird shit. I was always like, oh, they're gonna do something, steal me from my parents, something like that. Because McDonald's tried to.
It's so creepy, dude. Like the eyes are even creepy.
Yeah.
Well, McDonald's originally, I think they had like a McDonald's land or something like that before. Like it wasn't just a restaurant. Like they had their own little like small theme parks, if I remember correctly.
The hell?
Yeah, it was weird. McDonald's did some weird shit back in the day.
And here's talking about you remember the creepy clown sightings? I think it happened when
the
It movie was coming out.
Yeah.
The newer one, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that always happens though with some sort of hit movie like that.
Were you on edge when that was happening, Eric?
I think I'm at a point it was like not really bothering me that much.
So how were you when we went to Universal Studios?
That was the one maze where I was just like, oh, fucking get me out of this one.
Were you looking down at the ground the whole time?
No.
No, because you see their big shoes, dude.
Oh, yeah.
No, looking, that was one where I was just keeping attentive and being like, okay, this person's in this part, this person's in that part. Okay, good. The rest of the maze, I didn't really pay enough attention. That one, I was like, okay, who's where? Who's going to get close to me? Okay, I'm good.
And then it was a 3D one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was annoying.
Did we wear glasses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. That was cool.
That was not fun.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
cool for you.
I was like, oh, look.
So is the 3D more for like the lights and stuff that they put, or does it just kind of,
It's for the lighting.
or the color or the way they paint the clowns that make it even more
Yeah, it was really
psychedelic?
colorful.
And the setting that they had it in. I think that's one of the reasons they had it as well.
Oh, so this is more like the psychedelic kind of maze, right? Like those bright colors. Yeah, that would trip you.
It's already trippy already.
Yeah. So clowns never really scared me, but I would always mess with like friends or something because we would be at a carnival kind of thing. You know those little kind of like the fairs.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
festival-
smaller.
festivals?
Yeah, not like a fair.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Yeah, they're smaller than a
Smaller
fair, I
ones.
guess. But usually they have like a little maze, and I would always be trying to make clown noises or like like evil laughs just to like scare people. On
Did it work?
Yeah, dude. A lot of people were scared of clowns, so that's why I can see why Eric would be tripping over clowns. I think that the scarier thing that at least that I felt my group of friends, it wasn't so much it was what you just said, Eric. It wasn't about eating or like slashing or anything. It was they were afraid of the clowns taking them.
Yep.
Like kidnapping.
Oh, wow.
Which I don't know. Like,
If that's really a thing or not.
yeah, I feel like I would be more afraid of the clown killing you. But
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to kidnap you and eventually kill you.
would you still buy a popsicle from a clown?
Best popsicle in the world. You wouldn't buy it from him?
What's weird is I even bought the pops for that movie, though.
Oh God, of course. Fear of missing out. I think with
Really? For the
Well, because I still like the movie.
from outer space?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
wow.
the movie now. As a kid, I was scared as shit out of it.
I didn't know they made pops for it, but just
Dude,
pops
they
for
make
like everything
They're
pops
now.
over
recent. They're
everything.
recent.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I
I want to say that the reason why I was never afraid of clowns was because of that video game, the one with the clown. What's his name?
Bozo the Clown.
No, is it? No, his name is not Bozo.
Maybe it was Krusty.
Krusty the Clown.
Krusty the Clown.
Joker.
God, there's a video game you play with him with little cars too. They made a Cars game.
Oh,
too.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal.
Oh, Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth. That's what it was.
Not to be confused with the other Sweet Tooth.
Which, by the way, it's pretty good.
Yeah. I was going to get a second season.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully, I
Yeah.
hope so.
I mean, after Why the Last Man not getting one. And
Let's not go there. Let's definitely not go there, dude. What's that movie of the Martians? that would invade Earth.
Mars Attack.
Mars Attack.
Yeah,
That also
that was
creeped me out. You know how their heads were like
yeah.
the brain and everything? Like, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's creepy.
Freaking creepy.
So
That movie was weird, yeah.
Or
think-
Coneheads.
I think the
Fucking cone-
creepiest part about the Mars Attack though is the music, the yodeling music.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember
Yeah, I
that
think my
movie.
head would pop too if I had to listen to that.
What's how they killed them, right?
Yeah,
The yodeling?
that's how they got rid of them. Coneheads.
Yeah,
I
Coneheads.
fucking
I
love
love
that
that
movie.
It's funny. It's just,
So,
it creeps me out.
yeah,
I would never creep me out. I was
And
just
that-
always like,
when he's in the dentist and then he's opening up his
Oh,
mouth,
yeah, and like you see the sharp
it's
teeth,
so-
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
and he opens his up so wide. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah. There's some creepy parts in it. That's hilarious.
You know that's how it scarred you as a kid because you remember these little
Because you
details.
remember it, yeah. Vivid.
So Cisco, we know that he's afraid of clowns, but what would you be afraid of?
What am I afraid of? I'm afraid of nothing. Nothing.
Sure.
Face all my fears.
Oh yeah. By the way, they just called. All your clicks are gone.
Oh shit. The fear of loss, maybe that might be something.
Yeah. So I want to hear what Eric thinks that you have a fear of missing out.
Yeah, I'm interested in hearing it too.
yeah, I mean, there's been many times where even when the college days and stuff like that, where we would be doing something and Cisco Ryder would be like, even if you were playing or something, you'd be like, are you guys still out there? Are you guys still doing this and shit like that? Even at the start, you'd be like, even if you could only be there for like 30 minutes, you'd still show up just because like, oh, people are doing stuff.
He's a
Yeah,
good
man.
friend, dude.
I don't want to miss out on all the fun. Yeah. So for people who don't know, through my college years, I played in a band, and all our gigs were Friday night, Saturday night. So yeah, I
cool-
missed a lot of those college parties.
Cool kids hanging out around that time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I get out like maybe 12 or 1 in the morning. I'd be like, "Hey guys, you guys are still up? You guys
Dude,
still partying?"
I remember some of those times we were all like pretty
You guys
much
are
about to
done.
call it quits,
Yeah.
and then you would arrive, and then you would be hungry,
Hungry.
and then you would be barely eating, and we were like,
You guys are
dude,
like, "No, dude, I want to go sleep."
yeah. I wouldn't call it. Oh no, I mean you would drive pretty fast to get there.
That still happens. Yeah, I go to my cousin's party, like get there around 1 in the morning. Some of them are still up, so they're younger, so they can party longer than us.
These days.
Yeah.
Yeah. These days we
These
call
days
it a
we're out at
replica.
10.
Whoa, 11,
Oh,
11.
11, 10,
9.
9.
My fear, and it's literally, I think, a phobia that I developed, it's of bees. I forgot the name of the actual phobia, but I'm scared of bees or like wasps. Anything, if I see them close by, I would probably run like hell. You wouldn't even see me. Or I freeze, I start sweating, like profusely sweating.
I think I was probably scared of them for a while, but then I got stung by a bee and a wasp before, and I was just like, I was fine afterwards,
Oh.
whatever. The wasp one hurt like a motherfucker, though. That one fucking hurt.
I feel like wasps should be scarier. For some reason, bees are still the thing that... Because wasps, I think they can sting you multiple times,
yeah.
right? Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
bees are just one and
once.
done.
Yeah.
It kind of...
But bees can be in a group. Usually you won't. Usually when you see a wasp, I usually see like one wasp. When I see bees, I see at least 5 of them.
I usually just see like one bee. I don't
No.
know why messing with us.
I'm usually out and about, so I'm like, I see like,
Yeah, if there's like a lot of flowers and stuff.
yeah. So
Well, here at the house, we have a ton. Like, you probably don't hear them, but going down those stairs,
Oh, crap.
there's
I think I've
there's a
heard them.
ton of bees. Like,
Oh, yeah?
a ton of bees.
yeah.
Like, I'm not joking.
so he's sweating. That's why it doesn't go out that much.
So,
That's why he sent you.
yeah. So this is why I feel like maybe actually this has helped a little bit because I used to not be able to get that close, and now it's like I have to live with them. So it's like I have to. It's what is it? Those shock therapy kind of things where I have forced myself to walk close to them, but
yeah.
I still freak out. Yeah.
Yeah, so this says Melissophobia, also known as
Apiphobia.
apiphobia. Yeah. When you have an intense fear of bees.
Did you guys remember that episode on SpongeBob when they show, I think it's a butterfly, and they do like a close up in the butterfly, and it's like super creepy.
Yeah.
So I remember, I think the way I got a fear of bees is because of
The Bee movie.
yes, the animated one.
He got his fear from
Super
a
scary.
movie. You got to get a
Yeah, no, but legit, it was the what is it, the Swarm, I think it was, or which is also an old movie
The Swarm.
Yep.
1978. How did you end up watching this movie? I've never.
with my mom. We used to watch a lot of movies as a family, which is PG. weirdly enough.
PG.
Remember, it's 70, so they didn't really they didn't have PG-13.
Dude, but if you haven't watched this movie, it's the scariest shit. Like it's a town basically being
I remember
attacked
seeing it before.
by everything. These bees are like getting into the cars.
Oh,
I think you just saw a scene of like the helicopter. They actually mess up with the helicopter to the point that they like. I think the helicopter goes down.
damn.
Spoiler.
Spoilers for a 50-year-old movie.
I don't know. I think I remember watching this. I was always like, "Oh, this is just a rip off of The Birds."
The Birds.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember that one too.
Yeah, it's basically that, I think.
So how do they get rid of all the bees, or they don't?
I don't
Don't know. I don't think I was
bees
able
take
to.
over the world.
now.
I don't think I was able to sit down through the whole
finish
movie.
it?
To be honest,
Oh,
no.
wow.
Like, and after that, I had nightmares, dude. I started because I think like during this era, there was like a ton of movies related to like insects taking over. Because there was also one of ants taking over, like eating like human corpses and too.
Is it giant-sized ants or just regular ants?
They
There
were-
was a giant-sized one before
Yeah.
called Them.
Them.
Yeah, I think that may be the one where actually they're not. Well, they're giant as in like bigger than the normal, right? Like the bigger
No,
ones.
Them is.
But then eventually they go into like one of their nests or whatever they're called, you know. But anyways, and then the big ass
Anthills?
freaking ant comes out of it. Yeah, the anthill. So
Oh no! In the movie Them, from the start, the ants are like way bigger than the humans.
like they freaking took out a train.
These are some smart ants.
And
Flamethrowers.
and the guys throwing the flamethrowers at each other almost.
I don't know why this feels like something you would see like
Dude, I'm not joking. I'm sweating right now.
You're sweating. Right?
it feels like something you'd see like in the 2000s on the Sci-Fi Channel, some weird
Yeah.
random shit like that.
How can you guys not be afraid of bees?
I got stung by so many. It's like, whatever.
But like, imagine having like a ton of them around you.
If it was a ton, then yeah, I'd probably just get away from them at least.
Oh, so you are afraid of bees?
Brain.
But it's one of those things with bees. It's like they don't want to fucking die, so they're not going to do anything unless like you fuck
Yeah,
with
if
them.
I don't bother them, they're not gonna bother me.
Dude, they bother you if you get close to their freaking hive.
I've gotten close to them before. They don't.
Oh,
do shit to
hives?
me.
Yeah, you.
There's a girl on Facebook
Stick.
that I literally see her. She's not wearing gloves, and she goes in and touches hives all the time.
Oh yeah.
So for me,
Yeah.
it's like there's,
She has balls, ovaries, whatever you want to call it. She has them.
I don't know. I'm just not scared of bees.
I don't know if you remember, Cisco, but at SDSU, there used to always be a hive that would nest by the market, which is basically, for those that don't know, SDSU is it's more or less where the market is, where you have like all your common areas. So it's like people are eating. It's very trafficked by a lot of students. So that one used to get there at least once a year, and they would even close it off with like just like.
Yeah, I remember. I was there for one of them.
And dude, like even with that, like you would just get a little bit close, and there were so many that
They would come at you.
I would not eat.
Oh. Then if you were running late to class, you had to go the long way around.
Oh hell yeah! I'm not getting close to those, dude. And I have a fear of like having anything that is sweet around them. I feel like I'm gonna attract them. And then I've always heard that if
Sugar?
anything, water, I'll probably close. I've also heard that if you kill a bee, I guess they can smell the scent, and they would always follow you.
They pick up
so
your scent.
I never ever try to kill one.
Oh.
And if I do, I make sure that it's like with something that I can like throw away like really far away.
I've killed quite a bit.
I need to hire you.
Wait, so have you never been stung by a bee?
I have been stung by a
okay.
bee.
Oh, yeah.
And you're still scared afterwards?
It was a scary situation because I was drinking a soda and the bee kind of stung me. So
Wait, where did it sting you? Like your mouth?
it was inside.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that said, I mean, there was paramedics there, but nothing really. It didn't get any worse. I don't think I'm allergic or anything, or at least I don't know, because they don't know if the bee actually, because they don't know if the bee had died and this thing just kind of was just from me drinking the beer, and so because when they pulled it out, the bee was still there. It didn't detach from the
Stinger.
So I think they need to detach, right, for that thing to I don't know how it works
to fully hurt. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just afraid, dude. My nephew, so we went camping this one time, right? And there was a bee, and I was like, dude, watch out, there's a bee. And I was like freaking out because I am not joking. I freeze and I start sweating, or I run for my life. But I told my nephew, I was like, watch out, you have a bee. And he's like not caring. He's like, oh, whatever. And I was like, well, don't get close. And the bee, to your point, bees do fuck with you, even if you're not bothering them. Because my nephew was just walking across one bee. There was not like a hive or anything nearby. The bee just kind of like went into his cheek and just like, and this is the worst, dude, as an uncle, because I knew I had to like go get the bee out of his cheek. I couldn't even do that. I had to wait for somebody. I had to wait for somebody to come and do that. I'm the worst,
dude. I remember like, I don't know, it's probably like 12. I remember a bee one time landed on my hand. All I did was squish it. It stung me, but I was just like, it's dead, whatever.
Balls of steel.
Bees, like I said, I've been around bees enough, and they don't fuck with me.
You haven't seen enough like Animal Geographic or
Remember,
one of the Animal Planet
every day. I see bees every day. Nothing.
Dude, look at a picture of a bee like super close to them. They're super freaky, dude.
Again, it's your phobia, not mine.
I mean, all like, insects look weird. Like you were saying about the butterfly.
Yeah, but
right?
that's what I'm saying. Like the butterfly.
Oh yeah, butterfly's face.
So no joke. I was afraid of butterflies at some point.
Jesus Christ.
That too.
At some point, that this is something that I grew out of.
Okay.
But to this day, I think I would. I hope to this day, I guess if a butterfly kind of passes me by, I may like just kind of look away. Yeah. But it's not from that. I feel like it's like a bee or like an insect that it's flying, and usually it's more of the fear of bees.
Your first instinct.
But afterwards, once I see it's like, oh, it's a butterfly, like I'll let it like land on my hand and stuff like that. It's not a huge deal now. I'm more of, I guess,
as of a year ago.
Yeah. I'm more afraid of the butterfly being like me thinking that it's a bee than
than the actual butterfly.
I know, it's just funny because like my neighborhood, because I walk Luke all the time. I hear hives all the time, and I walk under them. It's like, it's just bees.
Just this, like last week, the freaking wasp that got inside the house.
Okay, wasp are a different thing. If a wasp stings,
and it was a yellow jacket too.
That shit hurts. Because like you said, those fuckers don't die when they sting you, so they'll keep going.
And they're territorial too, so they'll go after you.
Yeah, if I see a wasp, I'll walk away. It's not really. It's more like, oh, I do not want to feel that sting.
But what would you do if the wasp is inside your house?
Kill it.
Get in my shoes, dude. Get in my shoes, dude. The wasp gets inside the house. That's literally my fear. Carrie, my wife,
that's when you call your wife.
No, she's running away, and she's like, "There's a wasp inside the house." She does not comprehend that I'm like,
you got your fears.
This is so tough for me, dude. I literally like almost want to get into a hazmat suit and like gloves and everything and try to kill it from like super far away, like flamethrower status.
Bring out the flamethrowers.
Like, I'm not joking, dude. I was so afraid, like, for my life. Like, as I'm trying to kill this wasp and get it out of the house. Oh, and on top of this, like, we're like, oh no, like, take it out, like, don't kill it. I was like, at this point, dude, I made
house.
No, wasp. I with the bee, I'm like, okay,
look,
fuck it, I'm not gonna.
Cisco, I'm not joking. My hair just like stood up, dude, just from thinking of that moment. Like
a wasp, I'm gonna try and kill. I'm just like, no, fuck that. I don't want him in here.
Or you can send your dogs after it.
No,
dude, my dogs are dumb. I've seen Pepper and Twinkie like walk by the bees. They don't get stung. Like they literally pee and they like move the bushes. I'm not that.
Maybe it's that the bees sense your fear.
I don't. You know what? I wouldn't put it past them.
We should test this out.
Have me go by them. Do they do anything to me?
Bring some to the house.
Would you do like some sort of jackass thing and let the bees?
No, not on my dog.
Not even if I pay you a lot of money.
Yeah, how much?
Yeah, when are we gonna talk about the amount of money?
Okay. How much would somebody have to pay you to have bees on you with like a suit, and how much without a suit? Like,
with the suit. Me wearing a suit.
Yeah, like, you know those bee keeper suits?
I'll do that for free.
No way. You, Cisco?
I'll do it for $1.
Pay the suit.
That doesn't sound bad.
If I'm wearing a suit, what are they going to do to me?
They can still sting you.
You're wearing the suit.
But dude, what if they get inside and like...
They're not going to get inside.
Dude, they're going to get inside. Haven't you watched this movie? They get inside everywhere, dude. They're everywhere.
The phobia right there.
Okay, how much without a suit?
Okay, I'd actually charge a good amount of money.
So we're talking about them like Steve-O kind of jackets.
Yeah, that's
Being
why.
all over you.
That's
you can wear your clothes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
you know,
doesn't matter. They're gonna get in right there. It's not like the suit. They're not getting in. Your clothes, what? They can't go through that.
Mm-hmm.
They're going in.
they can stink through
You
the
wear
clothes.
some tights.
Dude, I'm like,
That's why I'm saying for that I would charge the suit.
Yeah.
You're fine.
just thinking about it, it's freaking me out. Like the fact that they could like, you see, this is the thing. I can't even picture myself, dude.
You do realize
Yeah.
those beekeeping suits are designed so like even if they do sting it, you're not really getting much of the stinger.
Yeah, but it will still sting you. You see, this is my thing. I either freeze and start sweating.
I think it's a rational fear, right?
So okay, how much would they have to pay you?
For like the Steve-O type things, that'd be a good amount of money, like probably 10K.
10K.
Wow, that's pretty low for me.
For you.
I
There is no price. that
No,
you
there
would
is
do
no.
it.
There is literally no
Yeah.
price.
Even with the suit on.
Can I put a double suit or something?
You should only need one. They're really designed so like you're not going to feel anything from it. If not, there's no point to the
It's
suit.
not that I'm scared. I don't know what it is. I'm not scared of like snakes or like spiders
Or even just being around them.
No, like I've held a snake. I felt sharks. It's not the fear of the sting. I don't know what it is. It's the
Just knowing that they're right
okay,
there.
this is how oh god, this is gonna come up. This is how traumatized I am with bees. When I get my hair cut, you know that buzzing sound?
Jesus Christ.
No way.
I'm not making this shit up, dude.
No.
I'm not
Christ.
making this up. Every time I have them pass the machine next to my ear, I actually kind of
You flinch?
I have to pinch myself because I feel it's a bee.
Oh, man.
It's bad.
That's a good thing we made him go last. Because ours like that.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I just really wanted to bring this up, guys. I really need somebody to kill those bees. Nah, I'm joking.
The wasp, I get that one. The bees is like
This is the worst thing because I know that like how bees are useful to the planet and don't want to kill them.
Yeah.
I just fear for my life. I just learned to live with them. Fear the bees. Forget the fear the Walking Dead.
Fear the bees.
I can't believe you guys. Not even Heights.
That one, maybe I used to have a little bit. Because I wouldn't get like on the big roller coaster rides. But then that one, once you do, then you kind of overcome the fear. Yeah.
it's a weird. If I look down, maybe, but if I'm not looking down, I'm like, oh, whatever.
Do you guys remember those Fear Factor episodes?
Yeah.
So-
I would probably pass those except for the eating parts.
Oh, you see, I'm okay with all that.
The eating ones I would pass.
Eating like worms and stuff.
Like
Yeah.
no roaches. They had you eat like live roaches too.
Roaches. Yeah.
Eating challenges are not my thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think I wouldn't mind. Like you see, like roaches, I find disgusting. Like if I see the one, I may be like, oh shit. But I just like I don't care. And I could eat them. I honestly would. Yeah, I would eat them. Like
Would you have to like fry them first or something?
for the right amount of money. Yeah, I think I would eat pretty much anything. Not saying that I would like it. It's just for the right price.
For money.
Yeah. How about you? Would you eat anything?
Just about anything. Yeah, maybe for the right price too. I don't know what would be like the most disgusting thing.
You know the
They've
one
had
that I
to
think
eat.
is disgusting. Well, disgusting as in like what you see how people react. One of them is like eyes, because I guess they're kind of hard, right? I guess like bull's eyes or whatever. Like
Yeah.
you have to almost like crunch into them, and then there's like this like viscous like thing that pops and like gooey. And same thing I think was with testicles.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
What? What's wrong with testicles?
Eating.
I just
No, thanks.
want to see them, but I don't want to eat them.
Yeah, I think my gag reflex would kick in and like,
Yeah.
nah.
But I feel like a lot of that is like,
It's not that I wouldn't be able to do it. It's just that the reflex right there. And if I threw up, it's like, fuck this.
so I don't know what you guys do for like Halloween traditions, but for us, one of the ones that we just did last time before COVID was we did a Fear Factor box here at the house. So we actually, my wife and I put together like, I think it was like 5 or 6 different things, and nobody that came knew what it was, only me and her. and we had people actually put their hand in the box and try to touch to see what it is.
Ew.
And yeah, people get freaked out. So I was gonna ask you,
People or like the kids?
oh no,
Everyone?
adults were,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, because it's the fact that I can't tell you guys how we did the box, because I feel like once you kind of give it away, people that go like, oh yeah, that's probably why they felt, antsy about it. But let's just say that there's things you do to the box and then the product that you have them that when you're going blindfold at it, it's just your mind starts taking you to like weird places. And then
you turn down the lights and then put on some creepy music.
You don't even need to do that. No, it's just they were creeping. Some of the stuff that we put would, like, because I tried it right, knowing what it was, and I was like, oh, this is creepy.
I think I have more of a fear if I actually know what's in it rather than what's not knowing. If it's something I don't know, I'm like, all right, whatever, just going in blind.
No,
I'm not someone that's scared of the unknown. It's like, all right, whatever, I'll go in. If I know what it is, like with my dentist, I have this rule. He can't tell me what he's going to do because I might be scared and not go in.
Yeah.
But if I don't know what he's going to do, fuck it, just do what you're going to do.
Oh, I see. So it's completely fine to be scared of bees, but the dentist.
Weird.
Kind of goes with like the ignorance is bliss.
Yep.
At that point.
So this is the science behind it, because some people that were like, oh, I'm not going to be afraid of anything. What we witness is that even those people do get afraid, because let's say we would, one of the items was alive. So we were like, do not squeeze it. And the people that were like, oh, no, yeah, I'm like totally fine with that one. The minute they went, because I had to, so the box, right, is covered from all sides except from the side that, I can see how far they're reaching in.
Oh, okay.
So the ones that actually like reached in to the live one, they actually went like super fast, and they would try to like squeeze like hard. So I had to like.
Was it pepper in there?
No, no, that would not let them. Yeah,
A live crab, lobster.
I can't tell you. What if I need to pull this for a party? Yeah, people that thought they weren't scared ended up being scared because they knew it was alive.
It was alive. Oh, crap.
Like you wouldn't get startled from like touching like a roach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just feeling something like, ugh.
Yeah.
Even in any situation, you feel a little.
I've killed roaches with my bare hands, so it's like, eh.
Oh, me
But
too.
when you're not expecting it, like,
That's the thing. If I'm not expecting, it's like, all right, whatever. Like I said, for me, it's more when I can actually see it, where it actually gives me problems. If I can't see it, it's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, because I guess there's a difference, right? Because that's, for me, like mazes, like for horror, like Universal Studios or like a Knott's Berry Farm or whatever. What scares me is not the theme or the actual, is the startle, right? Like the loud noise that happens like next to you, or the bee that is like passing by.
Following you through the maze.
Yeah. But that's like it. Not so much that you're scared of. Well, maybe the clown.
I will say the clown one's the only one I've ever been scared of. Everything else I've been fine. Usually I was always the first person in all of them. It was like, And I could always figure out where the people were going to be at. Because once you go to a bunch of them, you kind of like see all the patterns. It's like, oh, okay, this is where they're going to be at.
What's that movie? I remember as a kid, I got afraid of flies for a little bit from watching The Fly.
The Fly.
Yeah.
That movie was creepy.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go back and watch a couple of these movies, because
The Fly one's good. Fly 2, not as good.
There's a Fly 2.
Yep, the sun.
Son.
Remember, she got pregnant, so she had a baby.
She had a baby fly?
Baby Fly.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Spoiler.
That is creepy.
Spoiler for like a 30-year-old movie.
Or I was trying to think of, was it Little Nicky? Or which one is the one that has like the roaches singing in the apartment?
Probably Little Nicky.
No, it's not Little Nicky. Look it up.
Roaches.
It's they even sing. It's like roaches living in an apartment movie. People were high as fuck, dude.
Joe's Apartment.
Joe's Apartment, 1996.
Oh, what the heck?
You have never watched this movie's actually good.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Don't believe the 5 out of 10 stars. People don't know shit.
Oh, I think we were at a hotel once and this was on.
Yeah.
You would watch it. Usually they put it like on airplanes.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it on Sci-Fi Channel.
So what about it? It creeped you out?
No, It didn't creep me out because, like I said, roaches is one of the things that it would startle me, but I will kill them with my bare hands if I really need to. I actually, not that I would kill them with my bare hands all the time, but you know, man, this is fucked up. As kids with some of my cousins, one time we were staying at this kind of like ranch, right? So there's a lot of insects and roaches is one of those, and they're like the big roaches too. This one time we actually captured one. And we hanged it with strings.
A roach?
You guys are fucked up.
Oh.
And we
gotta check the trunk of your car.
No. Not yet. Not. Just wait a day at least. I need to get rid of some stuff back there.
You're waiting for tomorrow too.
But we would try to scare adults because there was like a stairway, right? And we would be on the top and then grab the roach and lower it for people to. So the messed up thing was that eventually it ripped.
Oh yeah.
So the roach,
poor roach.
The roach.
Was the roach still alive?
Dude, those guys can
Those guys
live
surviving?
even
Yeah.
if you cut their heads. Like, I'm not
They're
joking.
alive for a good while.
Even after an apocalypse, that's the only thing that survives.
What is it? They can survive inside a microwave, can't they? If you turn it on?
Shit, I hadn't heard about that.
One way to find out.
I'm surprised you hadn't done it already.
How come there's not a roach superhero if they're so resilient to all these things? Cisco,
it's probably one of the lesser. It's one of the lesser Marvel heroes.
Yeah, it's a knockoff.
We have Ant-Man, but Roach Man or
Sure
Roach Girl.
I think someone did do that, but it wasn't Marvel or DC.
No, for some reason they would make a Roach a villain. Sure. They would make a Roach a villain.
Probably a villain. Yeah.
There is a superhero called Cockroach. Let's see who's he with.
I thought you were gonna talk about flies.
Oh,
did you ever pull the wings off a fly?
No, I'm not. I'm not that crazy.
I mean, I've done it to a dead fly.
Dead fly, yeah.
Or the other thing that we used to do too as kids, it was we actually would wrap a beetle with a string and have them fly them.
I heard my mom do that before.
Yeah,
the green ones that fly around.
There's different color ones, but yeah,
but the ones that fly around, right?
Yeah. What would be the super?
Whoa! Marvel cockroach.
Of course, they own everything.
Hero or villain? It
has to be villain.
That sounds like a villain for it.
It looks like a villain. A cop is tackling him, her, it, whatever.
There's multiple versions, I think. Different universes.
I'm telling you, back then I feel like ants were like insects overall. They were in. Like people were afraid of like.
Yeah, no, I mean, you gotta remember this is prior to the time of CGI and like special effects, so they had to do things that they can do practically, and it made sense to use something like bees and shit like that. Because I'm sure those actors in the movie The Swarm, I'm pretty sure there are probably real bees on them. But, those actors aren't pussies, so they were fine with it. I'm sorry, I had to throw that shot back.
Damn, fighting words.